So this is me trying to tuck all my wires where I could shave my bay after this process. Method I went with is the method I've read in forums and saw one YouTube video on how to do it. It's a little bit of a mess, but I did the hole, do the rain tray. I'm gonna do the fuse box in my under my dash. But this is how it's going right now. I got a little bit of a mess, but I zip tied the ones I need to extend, labeled them. Make sure, because not all of them you have to extend. But yeah, this is basically how I'm doing it. I'm gonna run them out the frame rail, under my frame rail. Yeah, this is the process right now. Here, still making progress on this wire tuck. So basically how I'm doing it. So I figured out that you gotta extend this plug right here, all these wires, to get this and all the radiator plugs to come with it. I'm just here learning as I'm going. I bought this kit off Amazon, the solder wire connector. Bought this at Walmart, Harbor Freight, and I've just been going at it. This is one of the body harness I got going on. I gotta ground some wires over here and tuck these under my dash, and I should start the engine harness and then figure out my battery situation. Yo, it's your boy out here attempting to, not attempting, but already did it. This is a full body harness of Mk4 GTI. As you can see, there's no more waterfall of wires there. It's all to the frame rail. But I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. It's pretty simple. Basically, you guys, first of all, you gotta extend the power steering line. These already come like this, so you just take them out of the wrap, negative wire, whatever the OEM thing got. And this plug, you do gotta extend this brown and red one and blue one. I did shorten this green one and brown and black that are right here. It's the same wire, it's just overlapped it, as you could see. But over here is the main part. This is my headlight wire. I did also extend. So this is the main part. So in order to get this plug, the 3 plugs that go to your radiator core support. So if you got to extend this plug, once you extend this plug, all this harness comes with it. So does this one, but you do got to extend those 2 I was talking about, the blue and brown red. So that's the only thing. It's pretty much straightforward. If you go to a junkyard and you slice the harness from up there, it's exactly what I did, but I had 2 Audi TT part outs, so I just grabbed them from those. As you can see, the engine is right there. That's for a later video, but yeah, so basically if you extend this plug, all this one and the core support radiator plugs comes with it. I did also have to extend my plugs. I'll show some clips of me soldering, but I was kind of sick, so I kind of deleted that footage. But it does go through my frame rail, and it does come out through here. So now I'm gonna put the core support back on and see if everything lines up. And once everything does, I'm gonna tackle the engine harness. So here it is. I do have a bash bar, gray fab. Got it on Facebook Marketplace for a deal. So yeah, this is basically how I imagined it. Harness coming through here, horns, and then just running through there. I do gotta wrap it up still, and I do still gotta get my engine harness done. But yeah, here we go. That's a lot better than the waterfall I had there. Can't wait to get this all cleaned up, do body work, and just make it nice. Make some power too. As I was wrapping this up more, I forgot to talk about the shifter plug and the starter plug. You also do gotta extend those. And I also forgot to mention that this wire right here, the red and black one, you also gotta extend. That one goes to the battery box on top of that sits on top of your battery. You gotta extend that one. I put that battery box under my dash, so that's where all these wires are going to. That's the hole. I'll show you guys in a bit once I'm figuring out what's going on here and a little bit over there for I could start my engine harness. So how I was just talking about, you gotta extend this wire to go back to the fuse box on top of your battery. This plug also comes with one more wire you have to extend that goes to the plug of that fuse box. I also had to extend that one, so that includes it for this body harness extension. So now I'm moving on to my engine harness. I'm currently gonna keep the engine harness in there. I got other plans, so I'm gonna figure that out later. But for right now, I'm gonna start from right here. I unraveled it, and this is the end right here. I already started some of it because I was just planning, and this is how they're supposed to look like after you heat them up and solder them. I've just been planning, seeing how I want to do this. I separated the ones I want. As you can see, I started with the ones that don't come off. These do come out, make them easier. So you just go pin by pin, plug wire by wire, and you do it to the same thing right over here. To take it off, it's this plug and the wire, this weather shield comes off, along with this other pink one comes off, and it comes apart for it makes it easier for yourself, like that. There we go, one last look. Through the rail, out the rail, in the little hole. Now, I'm gonna show you all how I'm gonna relocate the battery. As you can see, I already got all the wires to the fuse box plug going under my dash. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna put it in my trunk. So back at it, starting the battery process. As you can see, we're gonna put the battery in the trunk. As some of you don't know, I also got a fuel cell in here, so got a lot of content to do. A lot of parts, stuff. So this battery process, this is where I'm gonna have my positive and negative go. I'm gonna drill a hole in this corner. This corner is gonna lead to right here. I'm only gonna have my positive go all the way to my rain tray. Instead of it going through here and getting kinked somewhere, I drilled a hole. I drilled the hole. As you can see, this side, way better. Right through it, painted it right now. I'm about to find a grommet for it and get it rolling all the way out there. All right, as you guys could see, my positive. Got the grommet. I electrical taped everything that was against metal. I'm gonna finish off until like right here, to where it gets, until it gets carpet. As you guys see, grommet, it's gonna get tucked in there. Nobody's ever gonna see it. And we keep going. So, so it's been a minute since I updated you guys, but as I was saying last time, positive, that thick one right here, positive, coming from the positive terminal of the battery. And this is the fuse box that lives on top of your battery, usually, that it's in the bay. You do gotta extend this wire. It's a 4-gauge wire. You have to solder it. First time soldering was not fun, but learned. And you extend all these, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the box wire. Most of them you don't have to extend. 3 or 4 you have to extend. I don't quite remember, but one of those 2 you have to extend from the core support. Alternator I did not extend. I'm gonna show y'all how I did that right now. Let's go up to where this wire leads up to. Show you guys how I did that. So this is how the top is going to look like, where all the wires come. You want to get yourself a E36 distribution block. So how you do this is these 3 are connected. This is the positive, coming from the positive terminal. Fuse box you have to extend from 4-gauge, and this is going to be your starter wire. If you connect these on these 3, it will work. If you want to use these 2, you're gonna have to use a jumper wire for it to work. But your starter wire goes through the hole, through the frame rail. Protected it with some electrical tape just for safety and mind peace. Also goes to the starter, like I said. Tees off to the alternator. This is OEM. The OEM wire, I just cut it off and put a new connection along with the engine ground. I also put a new wire on that going down the engine, where the engine harness lays under the frame rail. So yeah, this is, I try to go for like a OEM plus type of deal, and I think I got it. I would start it tonight, but it did get a little too late, so I'll have to start it tomorrow. I do also have to get gas, so things happen for a reason, you know. All right, the next day, got my new core support on, painted it trim black. Gonna refresh this whole car, so started there. Finally got some gas. Gonna start the car up. We ain't got no gas. Bone dry. And yeah, we're about to put in the battery after that. Getting the other battery from the other car. Can't wait to redo this, but if I did this correctly, this light right here should turn on once I connect these 2. Here's my negative. This is ideally where it's gonna sit. Boom. So if I go ahead and turn this on, here's another reason why you're probably like, why did I put this here? Well, I kind of want to go for like OEM plus. Boom. I don't have to open my trunk to be charging my battery, to jump, or anything like that. Perfect. Perfect. So now that we got power, dash lights are on. I hear a lot of things going. It's probably gonna need some gas. Come on.
2,000 years later.
So there we go. I forgot I loosened up my starter and alternator because I rerouted it when I put on the core support. So there we go. I'm gonna shut it off because it doesn't have no coolant. So there we go. You just wanna go over your wires and make sure none of them get hot. Go up front, make sure nothing hits anything, nothing gets hot. All looking good. As you guys could see, as I showed you earlier, reasons why I did this I don't have to open my trunk all the time. You already know Mk4s are notorious for breaking them, so last thing I want to be dealing with. Good. Now I just gotta throw everything on, put some fluid in it, and get it out the garage. Put the fenders back on, side skirts. Now it's time for a much needed wash. So this is the final form of the tuck and battery relocation. As you can see, I still gotta do the coolant ball, but other than that, this is my wire tuck and battery relocation. This is my 2002 Mk4 GTI. Stanced. Probably gonna end up raising it. So, yeah, thanks for watching.